I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had two necks. I got homies that can sleep without two. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit.
We're in the Valley of the Sun. Few places in the country as picturesque as the desert Southwest. And we've got a good one on tap here at State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel. And the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Gain of 11 on the play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
2nd and 6.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. They'll set up to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett.
The pass.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Got a man, Slayton. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And a 49er first down.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Down.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the turnover, here's Murray. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Brings up a 3rd down.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. It's Murray. And my goodness, this is incomplete. It looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
The pickup of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
Tevin Coleman. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out. And
that's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
No gain on the
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for the rookie Brandon Ayuk, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Baker with a pick. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback.
That'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And a big return will get it all the way down to the 35. When you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. Screen play, McKinnon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Murray. And this one caught by Max Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Murray now on 1st down. And that'll be intercepted. The safety, Harrison Smith. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
They'll take over.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The ball carrier.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd and 6. Past the 20. Open man is Samuel, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Second down, McKinnon. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Touchdown.
Jerick McKinnon. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Niners 17. Cardinals 7.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
It'll take over.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll go toss right with Coleman. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
It's caught on the right side. Williams. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
19 yards. And a 49er 1st down.
The 20. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On the screen pass, that's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head. Right?
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
29-yard line.
Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Catch made by Slayton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. The 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. I think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The 27-yard line. A gain of 2.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a man coming off a career season. Here's Kenyon Drake, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
That's good.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Murray. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
At the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll wind up giving this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Murray to air it out again. Flushed out right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Throwing again, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. From 17 yards out. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Coleman has it here right side. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw here. Open man, it's Ayuk, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
19 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
On the tackle.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Room here to run. 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
Jerick McKinnon with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Robbie Gould lining up.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, and the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Here's a first down throw. It's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 40.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Number 16.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. From the gun, Murray. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Murray now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Complete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Here is he's taken down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's Andy Lee now. Back now here on EA Sports. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. So let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
On 1st down, McKinnon. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
47-yard line.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
49ers.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Coleman now. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete to Slayton. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 32-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
They run once more with McKinnon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner, 100 yards or more in a game.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Make over the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th-quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they've got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play in the football there, and it's 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
And This time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Niners 45, Cardinals 21. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for him.
He's got a man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. From the gun, Murray. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up on the first rounder, Jimmy Ward. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
But Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. But it'll be second down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at his own 10. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
First down and goal.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
The ball carrier.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that brings brings up 4th down.
Today's final score, Niners 40.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Niners, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again.